All right.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, everybody.
Thank you for joining us. This is Jared and Marquita with Conversations with Jared and Marquita. How to make love work.
Yeah, so this is How to Make Love Work. It's our Tuesday night conversations. And happy Taco Tuesday.
Yes, happy Taco Tuesday.
So y'all come on in. Let us know that you are there. I'm going to play with this camera a little bit because I feel like I'm leaning towards this way in order to get in the camera. Yeah,
Make sure I'm
that's a
on
little
my
better.
seat.
All right. So yeah, say something as you're coming in. You got to pull it up, sweetie.
Yeah. And share it.
Yeah, go ahead and share it. Tag somebody, let them know that we are on. If you're joining us for the very first time on YouTube, make sure you hit the bell wherever it may be to subscribe to our YouTube channel and engage in conversation with us in the comments. As we're going along in this conversation, talk in the comments and we will engage back. All right, so what's up, Curtis? I see Curtis Walker. Dia is on. What's up, Dia? What's up, Chris, as well?
Hey guys. Thanks for joining.
Cedric Jones is on. Cedric
Hello,
Jones
Elder. Hello.
the second is on. What up? What up? All right. So, you ready to talk?
Yep.
Okay, so what are we talking about tonight?
Tonight we're talking about learning your partner or knowing your partner. Know who you're with. Who's this guy? Who am I?
Yeah, so there was, what's up, Crystal?
Hey, Crystal.
There was a snippet of something we saw. All this what? You probably ain't took communion in 9 years.
We wearing black, so you say all this black. Goodness.
So we listened, watched a snippet of a conversation where a single woman said that one of the standards she has for her mate or in a relationship is that her mate learns her, like studies her, and she says that she takes it upon herself to do the same, where she studies whoever she's with. That way, throughout their life, when they need something, she knows how to show up. And she knows how to show up for them because she's actually taken the time to study them.
And when he says them, it's not just, she doesn't do it just with her significant other. She does it with her friends, her family, whoever she brings close into her life. She studies them and learns them because she wants to be her best self for them, and she wants to know who they really are at their core. So like he said, I can show up for them and I can actually hear them. I can be there for them.
Yeah. So so that's so we both agree with that. I think that's vital. So like knowing their love language, knowing what their favorite color is, knowing what what cheers them up when they are mad,
their stresses, things like that. All of that plays a part in it because as we grow, we adjust. We're not the same person who we were when we first got into a relationship with one another.
So do you all think that it is important to study a person, and how do you do that? Like, how do you study a person? Do you think that it is important to study a person?
If so, let me see some likes, some thumbs, or some hearts. Or you can type in the comments. Yes, I think it's important.
Because people do evolve over time. And so does that mean that it is a perpetual study?
I think it is. And that's what makes it interesting. Because we grow and we adjust. What we like at 10, we don't like at 17. What we like at 21, we don't like at 30.
Yeah. What's up, Pamela?
Hey, Pamela.
So now this young lady shared also that if you love me, you'll study me. So she took it to another extreme. I won't say extreme, but she took it to another level. That if you love me, then you'll study me. Do you agree with that? Or you'll learn me is what she said. If you love me, you'll learn me.
I was gonna say, I don't know about study, but
What's the difference?
Studying, I guess it sounds like pressure almost, like almost like you're giving them an ultimatum: know me, learn me, type thing, study me. I don't know. So that kind of was like, wait a minute.
The word?
Yeah, I guess that's how it came off to me. But I do agree with, if you love someone, you will learn them because you want to know them.
What's up, Jessica?
Hey, Jessica. And Curtis.
So you think that love equals learning the other person? Like, if you don't learn me, that means you don't love me, or you're not interested.
Right.
You don't care.
You're not interested.
Okay.
I mean, you can go as far as to say is you don't care, but.
So Cedric says that crap is laborious. Why? How?
We're gonna evolve. We're gonna change. I should say, not change. We're gonna adjust, and we're going to grow. We're not gonna stay the same. So if you don't know what I like now, or what I don't like now, it's gonna become a laborious task if you try to figure it out, instead of you taking time to talk to me and watch me and learn my moves, my moods. What makes me cheerful? What makes me sad?
All right, so dope. So here's what we're gonna do. You got it ready?
Yeah.
So Marquita and I are going to, on live, ask each other some questions. Do I have some questions to ask you, or you just got all the questions?
I mean, we're using your device, so
You want to get a computer?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
You just share.
So Marquita's going to ask me some questions about her to see if I can actually answer them, if I've learned her, and I'm gonna ask her some questions about me to see if she's learned me. And if y'all got any questions that y'all want us to answer about one another, feel free to put them in the comments. And then I admonish you guys to do this too, like
yes,
with who you're with.
Yeah, and you can make it fun. It could be a date night thing, date, whatever you do. I mean, it could just be a nice intimate time for you guys to get to know each other today, where you are.
All right.
All right.
What did Cedric say?
Cedric say, okay, fine, change, grow, but doggone it, post the post-it notes and send me an email. Rose eyes.
So in essence, Cedric, you're saying you don't want to have to learn them. Just tell me, like who you are, and when you've evolved or changed, like give me the memo and tell me what's new, so I don't have to figure it out. Is that what you're saying? But do you what?
You got eyelash about to go right in your.
You said
Yeah. No, I'm listening. I'm laughing.
Why do you do that?
You had a
Yeah, you just take it out and move. You had to take it out because you really wanted me to look at it.
I did. I went like this so you can see.
I don't need to
This
see it.
eyelash was in your eye. About to go in your eye.
You gonna prove that you were right?
No.
Because I just
Move on.
put something off of you. I didn't.
Move on.
I didn't
You
ask
touched
you.
me?
You had Chess's hair, and I just took it off of you. And
Oh, I didn't
kept
know
moving.
that.
I didn't say you have Chess's hair.
I didn't even know that. Marcellus, be quiet.
All right, let's go with the questions.
Okay. Some of the questions may seem a little. What's the word?
I don't think you need to give preface
Light
for
and
them.
fluffy.
Let's just go.
But
with it.
it's important. So,
All right, wait a minute.
let's go.
Cedric says I don't mind exploring, but I don't like stabbing in the dark.
What else did he say?
But that may mean, Cedric, that if you're having to stab in the dark, that may mean that you don't know how to explore, or you don't know how to approach and ask the questions in a way that opens the flower. What else is he saying?
I can't.
Oh, Cedric is chatty tonight.
Read from there.
All right, it says, my assumptions are my assumptions, but if I'm wrong, then move on. Y'all doing a lot of touching and feeling tonight. Do we need
Oh my
to
gosh.
reschedule?
Listen, let's move forward to the questions.
Let's go.
All right. So, number one.
So, you asking me about you first?
Yeah.
You don't want to go first?
I can go first. Ladies first. That's fine.
To ask or to answer?
To answer.
Oh, you want to answer first?
Sure.
Let's go. You don't know these answers.
So, wait.
No.
I'm not going to look at the questions. Is this one? Okay, it's this one and those. So but you can go back and forth.
Let's go.
It's on like 7 until you go to the next page.
Oh, 9.
Boy, find something. The other one is simpler. So you might want to start with those.
Okay. Wait a minute. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Question. What did we do for our first date?
That is not on there.
What did we do for our first date?
On them. Okay. What did we do? We went to. Oh gosh, we had a weekend.
Wrong. So listen. So if she doesn't, if she as somebody gotta give a wager. Like if she doesn't answer a certain amount right, then what? Like I win.
Ain't no, there is no winning. The winning is
we ain't doing this. If
anyhow, I can't just answer that just straight. Oh, we went to the.
No, I'm just saying. But still, have you answer it? If you answer it wrong,
let me answer it.
Go ahead.
So,
what did we do for our first date?
We went a lot of places because it was spread out over the weekend. We went to church. We went to the Coca-Cola factory. We went to Underground in Atlanta. We went to Centennial Olympic Park. We went to your school, your dorm. We went to Applebee's. I said church already. What else?
On our first date?
Yeah, it was just a whole weekend of.
I took you everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. He took me all over Atlanta. I had never been, so he took me all over Atlanta.
What's up, Chantel? Yeah,
Hey.
So what we're talking about, Chantel, and anybody that's just joined us now, is the importance of learning your spouse or your mate or whoever your partner is. And studying them almost. I know Marquita don't like the word study, but learning them so that you can show up for them because you actually have taken the time to know what they need, what their love language is, what they like, what they don't like, so that when they need you in these certain spots, you can show up for them. So, yes, we're playing the game. So now we're actually going to do it live for you guys, where Marquita and I are going to ask each other questions to see if we know what's what. What do you say?
That's not fair because you saw are extremely detailed and Mother is straight to the point.
All right, here's the next one.
Let me ask you one. We'll go back
oh!
Okay. If I could be any animal, what would it be?
If you could be any animal, I think it would be. Yep.
What? Answer the question.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna move forward.
It would be. I'm thinking a tiger or a dolphin. I don't even like dolphins.
It was either one of those. Yeah.
Boom. A tiger or a dolphin.
Okay. Okay.
9. What's my favorite smell?
Me.
No.
What is your? Oh my God.
You're right though. You are my favorite smell.
I bet it right off this live. I don't want to use him off the live. Besides me, it's weird. You used to like the smell of the air conditioning, turning on in the car. So I don't know.
Answer the
Is
question.
it
You
a
need to tell my
fragrance?
business.
I'm gonna say me, shoot, because I don't know. Ooh, I feel this one. What's your favorite?
What's my favorite? What it says? Smell?
Yeah, smell.
I think my favorite smell is warm pipe.
Oh, warm tobacco smoke. That's what it's called. Warm tobacco smoke. That's what the candle called.
Yeah, it's a candle called warm tobacco smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not called smoke, is it?
Hmm?
I mean, warm tobacco pipe smoke.
Yes, that is one. That is a fragrance that you like.
So, one for me, one for you. No,
2 for me.
one loss and one gain. Go ahead.
Okay.
What up, Erica?
What are 3 things I like most about you?
3 things?
Ooh.
Are we talking features or are we talking?
Just 3 things.
You like my eyebrows? Is that one of the 3? You like my eyebrows? Like my physique? Physique? Rather? And is that one of the 3?
Yeah, keep going. You got 2. That's good.
And I don't know. I don't know the other thing.
Anything. Think of something.
You like
That's his past laugh.
have anyway. You like how I take care of the family.
That's general. Go to the next one.
So what's the 3rd one?
I like that you're business oriented.
That's not general?
No.
Taking care. I said taking care of the family.
I
got that right.
Wrong.
I got
He's so scared to be wrong.
I wasn't wrong. I got it right. My eyebrows, my physique. I can't say that right. Physique and taking care of things. Business oriented.
You can say that.
The same thing.
It's not the same
Right.
thing. So we decided to make it fun tonight, guys. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the comments if y'all want to see us go at it.
If I could bring a famous person back to life, who would it be?
Ooh! If you could bring a famous person back to life, who would it be? Pastor Nathan Simmons?
He's famous, but he's not.
I mean, well, he's famous in church world. You want secular?
Just period. But I mean, famous that they would know.
Oh, that y'all would know. Be quiet.
What did you say? Aaliyah?
Who would you bring back to life? Child, I don't know. I don't know that one. I don't think we ever had that type of discussion.
We haven't. But if I
Wait, clear. Did you guys hear him say he haven't? We haven't. Okay, go ahead.
they need to be a little deeper because he's not gonna help us in our stress areas. But anyway, if I could bring a famous person back to life to have a conversation with, it would likely be.
Wait a minute. Did you add to that question?
No. Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
Because why am I bringing him back to life? Just for them to be alive again?
Boy.
No. So the 2 people that come to mind are Winston Churchill and Martin Luther
Not the
King
King.
Jr.
Oh, the King Jr. Okay.
Okay, let's go to the deep questions.
All right.
G.E. Patterson.
Do you know what?
Lisa left out.
Do you know what stresses I am facing currently? Do you know what stresses that I am facing currently?
Do I know what stresses you are facing currently? Yeah.
You can say that. Name 2.
Children, health, business.
I said 2.
Am I wrong?
No, he's not wrong. He's right.
Okay, so can you tell me my basic philosophy of life?
No, that's too deep.
So you can pick one off there. I can pick one off there.
Your basic philosophy of life.
Right.
Oh my God, this ain't getting fun no more. This is getting.
It's not fun. Okay, I got a question. So can you tell me what's my love language?
Your love language is words of affirmation.
Okay, go ahead.
That's your love language.
Okay,
Oh,
yes,
it's time for me to ask you a question. Okay.
I got another question for you.
Go ahead.
Can you tell me what do I do when I am upset with you?
You want to tell them that on live?
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
You had to put the phone down?
Here we go. What do you do when you're upset with me? When are you upset with me? What do you do when you're upset with me? You talk to me. And you talk to me. And you talk to me.
Nope, wrong, and wrong. Smart Alec.
But what do you do?
I leave you L alone.
You leave me alone?
Mm-hmm. And I internalize.
I don't agree.
I internalize what is happening to me.
Okay.
And
so
then I talk to you later.
Yes. Okay, I would agree to some extent. You don't leave me alone. You just be quiet and you ignore and you won't talk. That's not leaving me alone.
That is.
That is not.
Then what you call it?
That is ignoring me.
And I don't ignore you.
Yes, you do.
That's not true. I don't ignore you. Well, I'm taking care of me first to get myself together.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't say the wrong thing, or I don't act out of immature anger, frustration, irritation, or agitation. So I take a break. That's the best answer. When I'm upset with you, I take a break.
Okay.
And it's not forever, and it's not for days. It's probably for maybe an hour, if that.
Okay. Cedric is said that you go to bottoms up with him.
When I'm upset with you, I take a break.
Okay.
And then I come back,
Mm-hmm.
wherein we can talk calmly, rationally, and share whatever's happening. Is that not right? Do we not do that?
Yeah, that's why we're going to term it. Yes. You take a break.
You say I ignore you.
You ignore me. And then, but yes, of late, he has internalized. I won't say internalized. He's just really, he'll sit and it's like he'll review everything and think about what is it that is going on within him. Why am I bothered? Why am I upset about this? What is the root of this, of my anger or my frustration or my irritability or whatever that. So if you want to internalize it, kind of to me means like you holding it in versus he just sits with himself and analyzes it and reviews it. Yeah. So that's a good thing.
I take a break.
You take a break. All right.
So what questions you got for me? Because I was able to fire off.
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
Especially something that they would want to talk about.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to be. What's my biggest pet peeve? Or what are some of my pet peeves?
These are just hobby questions, Marquita. Let's talk relationship questions.
No, because it could be this pet peeve can be serious. It can lead to a serious physical altercation.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I'll go a little deeper. Hold on. Give me a second. Gotta find a nice question. You waiting on me?
I think you know that.
You really right. I can't find nothing too deep.
What do I need? What would I need to know about you? Forget that.
What's something
what would I
that
need to know about you that will help?
Yes. What's something that you've learned about me that has like pretty much like shaped me from childhood on? Like something that has happened not really, well, whatever. Something about me that you learned over the years that has pretty much like helped shape and form me.
You are a pleaser, a helper. You want to please and not upset anybody. Unless you just have, if you're connected to them and you have a liking or trust or heart connection, not just you like them, but you have a heart connection to them, then you get into pleaser mode. And that's from your childhood.
That is right. That is true.
And when you get into pleaser mode, you vacillate, you become incredibly indecisive. Especially if it's a battle between more than one person to please.
Yes, that is true. That is true. And that's stressful. Then I'm stressed out. And then I bring you into that stressing with me. Because I'm trying to make sure you're good, but I'm denying, like, what is it that I'm not even paying attention to? What is it that I really want to do?
Right.
Do I really want to do this? Or do I just want to do this because they need me to do this? Or because he might want me to do something else. I don't know what to do now. What do you want me to do?
Right.
And I get frustrated.
And so I've not done well with that in the past. I'm doing better with that now. I think also because I didn't necessarily know what it was, and then I was maturing in our relationship. I'm sure I've taken advantage of that. In that I noticed that you are willing to please me, or do whatever it was that you thought I wanted or you thought I needed. So you kind of were quite agreeable.
I was gonna say agreeable, or some people may say pacify, so to speak, just because I don't want you to be upset. Okay, let me just pacify you, do whatever you want me to do.
And I think I've taken advantage of that, or taken it for granted, and because of that, it's like, so that can I got spoiled with that. In that, if I'm asking you to do something, I'm immediately thinking you're gonna go my way.
Right.
Especially if I'm asking you to do something. And I know somebody else is actually do something that may be contrary to what I asked you to do. Immediately, you're gonna go my way.
It's the pull
because you've been agreeable with me, or because I know that you prefer me, or you want to please, and so I've probably taken advantage of that unaware. It's like I know you're gonna tell me yes, or I know you're gonna whatever the case may be, and so, and if you're not really maturing in that, then you will then that taken advantage of becomes abuse, because I abuse who you are, not understanding that I can help that who you are in that situation.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because we literally had an incident yesterday that brought this up, where Marquita was being pulled from one place, and she thought she was being pulled by me in a different direction, and she's in the middle trying to figure out what to do. And Marquita kept changing her mind, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because I think at one point she was changing her mind. She changed her mind to do what she thought they would be okay with, and then she changed her mind again because she thought, okay, no, let me do what I think he'll be okay with.
And then and even with that, it wasn't like that what they would be okay with. It was just, I know these people need help, and I know I'm available to help. Do I really want to go help? Do I want to go do this? Well, I don't want to leave, and then I start feeling guilty because I'm like, I'm available to help. They need help. I don't want to leave them shorthanded.
But then she didn't want to go because she thought I wanted her not to go.
Right.
And so I was literally, so in growth, before probably it'd have been a different story. But this time it was, I don't mind what you do. I mean, I know I say some words you don't like. In my mind, I don't care. I really don't. I don't have a what's the word? I don't have an option or a choice. A preference, that's the word I'm looking for. I don't have a preference. But it was like you kept pulling because maybe he wants this. But I really want I know they may help me, and I'm feel guilty if I don't help. But it was quite frustrating
for him
because it's like, just tell me what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Tell me what you're going to do. It kept going. It kept changing. And as soon as it was time to do whatever the last thing she had decided, she changed it again. And then as soon as, all right, cool, let's go with that. And then as soon as it was time to execute that, she changed it again. And so that was quite frustrating. But I knew what was happening because I've learned her. I knew that that pleasing thing in her was happening. And so now what I didn't do well is I didn't let her off the hook well, or kind of help her in the best way, because I kept trying to. I kept saying, I don't care. Like, you don't have to add me into the equation of what you are trying to decide. But I think in her mind, I was lying. Was that true?
Yeah. I'm like, you don't know where you want me to come with you. And
that was not the truth. It didn't matter to me one way or the other. And I think because she probably thought I was lying because she saw the frustration. The frustration wasn't about what you decide. The frustration was decide. And stick with what you're deciding.
Hey. What are you telling me?
That was the frustration for me. It didn't matter one way or the other. It really didn't. But again, anyway, point was that, now we talked about it later on. And we were able to put that out, iron that out. Like, yeah, oh wow, this is what was happening. And so my help was the greatest thing you can do is to know what Marquita wants. No matter what this person wants or that person wants, just know what Marquita wants.
And then that illuminated for me. Even though I know that, but it was almost like a nudge or a reminder that you're only, like, almost as if like, hey, you're only one person. What do you want to do? And based off what you want to do, make a decision. Because even if I said, no, I'm not going to do it, I'm sure they would have found somebody else. Or if I would have said, okay, I want to go with you, he probably was like, no, you stay here. Because that's what I think you want to do. And I'll be back. Who knows? But just make the decision based on what you yourself, as one person, what do you want to do? And then decide from there.
And then
how do you feel?
Right,
figure out how are you actually feeling about it. Because that's another thing. You vacillating between your feelings, making a decision, and it's just too much. It can be overwhelming. And I stress my own self out.
Right. And then you cause everybody else to
go on that roller coaster with
No, but go in line with what is okay for you. You cause everybody else to respect your thoughts, what you want to do. Your partner that you're with, your family, career or business, coworkers, whatever, you make them respect your thoughts and your wishes. If you want to be considerate of them, then that's because you want to do it.
Right.
Not because you're going to feel guilty if you don't do it.
Right.
If you want to be considerate of your a partner, it's because that's what you want to do, not because you're going to feel guilty if you don't do it.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Good. That was good. Thank you for sharing that transparent moment. Do you feel as if I am there for you when you need me?
That's not a learning thing.
Well, it would be if you say no. Okay, here's another one. When do you feel respected by me?
These are not learning things. I guess they are. When do I feel respected by you? I think that's such a broad question. I feel respected, or I feel seen by you, I guess, when you're present.
That's another one. That I had to learn how to do in order for him to feel respected. In order for him to feel respected, I had to really, really learn how to be present, because I will get distracted And then I had to learn that about myself, that when I get distracted, it's because I'm feeling frustrated or stressed, or I'm trying to escape. I didn't know that about myself. But honestly, therapy helped me to learn that about myself. Stuff that stemmed from childhood was a protection mechanism that my brain and my body just unconsciously did, to where when I start to feel overwhelmed or stressed or embarrassed or anything, I will escape. In my mind, I will escape. Even in your presence, you can be talking to me and my mind will be somewhere else, or I'll be doing something else. Just like women, when we get upset, we're having a conversation and we start doing a whole bunch of other stuff. We're cleaning, we're cooking, we're doing all that. It's a protection mechanism. I need to just release, or I need to not focus on that. Let me just focus on something else, or let me think about something else. Sometimes we do it intentionally, but I was doing it unconsciously. I was doing that to the point to where I was neglecting him. Even my kids, they'll be like, "Mom, we're talking to you," and I'm gone, not paying them any attention. I'm in my phone, I'm in a book, I'm watching TV. I just walk away as if y'all not saying nothing to me. And that, it caused a lot of friction for years. And I didn't know it about myself until, honestly, I went to therapy, because I kept feeling overwhelmed and stressed, and I started resenting stuff and people. And that's something that I learned about myself, so that I could be more attentive to my spouse, even myself, my children, and I mean, whatever I'm actually doing in the moment.
And it became a slippery slope, because, like you said, you were feeling overwhelmed and frustrated and
stressed.
And the more you felt overwhelmed, frustrated, and stressed, the more you escaped, the more you were not present. And so, the more you, because that was your escape.
Mm-hmm.
And so, to not know what was happening, it caused you to become more overwhelmed, stressed, and frustrated. And if we said something to you, like, you know,
mm-hmm.
whatever we said to make you know that you were not there, caused maybe the guilt or the shame and embarrassment, which caused you to be overwhelmed and frustrated and stressed.
And then the pleasing, because I want you to know that I'm paying attention to you. No, I heard you. Say it again. I'm saying say it again because I didn't really hear you.
Right. And with that, not knowing that the overwhelming and the stressing and the frustrating, your immediate response is to escape.
Yes.
And
that was so enlightening.
Yeah, it was everything. It was almost everything in that season caused you to keep going to that same thing that was hurting you.
Mm-hmm.
The escape. Mm-hmm. And if we said it to you, the fact that they're saying it to me is embarrassing. Boom, I escape again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I just said it to you. You went and you escaped again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yeah.
I had to learn different techniques to be able to, honestly, it's called centering. I had to pretty much be present, force myself to be present, because I could be driving down the road and some people say, "Oh, I blacked out. I don't even know how I got here." But pretty much that's what it was. I can be in my car driving, knowing, okay, I'm at my house, and I would be daydreaming and just end up at a spot. And I'm like, this is starting to that's when it got scary for me, which is what really led me to therapy, because I'm like, that's crazy. Like, how did I get here? I don't even remember which way did I come. I could not tell you anything. It was just really, really terrifying, because I don't remember driving to this spot. I don't remember what I passed. I don't remember which route I was taking. It was just really, really scary. And so that's what really drove me, like, wait a minute, I need to get this under control and figure out what the heck is going on with me, because I thought that I was having amnesia, like early onset amnesia or dementia. I couldn't remember certain stuff. If you said something to me, I couldn't remember it.
And it's because you were not
present. I was not present
when it was being said. Mm-hmm. And it's like, no, and sometimes you could immediately repeat what was said.
Right.
Because your ears were working.
Right.
But your emotions, your mind,
disconnected.
And everything else was not there.
Mm-hmm.
And so that caused me, not caused me, but I felt neglected during that during that time. And I said that on purpose because that didn't make me nothing or it didn't cause me. But I felt neglected because I felt that you were not there. You were not present. And it was like, it was almost as if you had become uninterested in our relationship, uninterested in me. Like this was just not, that important to you, because it was just not here, and it seemed forced for you to be present, and forced for you to
stress,
right, and forced for you to be connected.
Yep.
And it's like, what
the hell is wrong with
this?
You, girl?
And so I'm feeling neglected, and I don't know that it's happening. I don't know that. I know you're not present, but I don't. Of course, we didn't know why. But I'm feeling neglected, like like I'm in a relationship, but totally alone. Like, and I'm the only one working on the relationship. I'm the only one working on us, and I'm the only one.
I'm working on that. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that, and he's like, girl, you ain't doing nothing. he couldn't feel anything. And I didn't know how to help. I thought I was doing something, but I wasn't doing nothing apparently until this enlightenment came. And
so again, this enlightenment was not only helpful for Marquita, so that Marquita could grow and be healthy. Or this enlightenment was healthy and important for me, so that I could learn what was happening with my partner.
Right.
That this is what happens, and this is what she goes through. And it has nothing to do with me. And then I needed to try. I'm sorry. I needed to try and learn, girl, please. I needed to try and learn what your triggers were, until you got to a point to where you were healthy enough to not be as triggered or know what to do when you were triggered. So I had to learn what were the triggers that caused you to, like the turtle. He snatched his head back in his shell. I needed to learn what those triggers were, so that even though whatever I was maybe wanted or needed for me, sometimes what I wanted or needed for me was a trigger to voice it, or was a trigger to express it in any way, because the trigger could have been a feeling of inadequacy. Just me saying that I need you, or I need...
You're not present. You're not present.
I need somebody to talk to, or I need a haircut. Whatever the thing was for me, and I'm just using that just as an example. It was, the trigger was, I'm not enough, or I didn't get it to you, or you're not getting it from me. Like, dang, I thought I was, I'm not doing better. So it was a trigger. And so anyway, I had to learn those things so that I could help in her growth and
journey,
healing.
Yeah,
that was a good question. So what was the question though? What makes me feel respected?
Yes.
All right, what's another question?
Oh gosh.
Oh, that's it. And he knows that. So here's a question. What do you intentionally do for me every day?
What do I intentionally do for you every day?
Yeah, like, you have to make sure you do that. Because you know that it's helpful, or you know that you don't want to neglect that, or whatever that is.
That's for you? Okay.
Y'all, please stop. Jesus, I can now say how I've been feeling.
Oh, bless the Lord. Oh,
that's good, Cedric. That's good.
I think that it is...
So this is about learning each other, learning your partner. Go ahead.
What do I intentionally do for you? I mean, honestly, we kind of just touched on it. I try to make sure that I be present, because honestly, it has trickled into, it has touched a whole lot of other areas within our relationship. So listening to you, actually having a conversation with you, not just in one ear out the other, or just passive out. I try to make sure that I am intentional with, especially because your love language is words of affirmation. I try to make sure that I'm complimentary, and just make sure that you actually feel my love. If that helps, I'm just trying to encompass all of it.
All right, go ahead.
What would you say to that?
What I say to what?
My answer?
As far as what you do?
Yes.
Okay, is that what you do?
Do you feel it?
Do I feel what?
What I do?
Do you feel it?
I'm trying to straighten your eyebrows.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, now don't embarrass me on this thing live now.
But I will say this though, that I see when you are doing intentional things or trying to practice intentional measures, and sometimes it's bothersome sometimes, because I think that it stresses you.
Here I am. I'm inadequate.
I think that it stresses you.
Yeah, because it's not. I'm
Natural?
still learning it. I'm still learning
Not
how
natural?
to. Yeah, Negro, I'm natural.
Huh?
It is natural. I'm still learning how to be okay with me. I'm still learning how to just be me, and be what you need from me, and be okay with that, and be comfortable with, okay, whatever being me is, this is me, and getting you to accept that. And then also the whole people pleasing thing. And let's be clear, I'm not a people pleaser to everybody. He made sure that if I got a heart connection with you, then I try to overly do things to make sure you're good, and then I in turn expect that from people in return, and that's a whole nother subject. Woo! You got to be okay with saying no to people, y'all, especially us women's.
And I have no problem with it.
No, but us women's, we have to be. The women's have to be okay with saying no to some people, because it's just, you're not, we expect us from other people.
Marquita is picking at an old man. That's how he refers to women, the women's. We
have to be okay with saying no, and then understanding that we're not going to receive us in return
from everybody. What the thing is that it seems stressful. Like, it's almost like this is, I guess, as you grow, as you learn, specifically you in this, it is natural and not stressful, because It's like, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm cool because I've taken custody of me. I don't need to put all of my needs and my wants on you. That's not your pressure. That's not your burden. So I guess because I'm growing in that too, it's like, you don't have to stress out about it. Like, I'm good because my needs and my wants are just that, mine. They are not yours to do. And you're not obligated, because you're now my wife. You're supposed to make sure this is done or this is done. My needs and my wants are mine. Yes. And you
take ownership.
Right. I have everything I need, honestly. And so anything else is a want. Sex is a want. Money is a want. Attention is a want. Somebody cooking is a want. Taking care of doing things in the house is a want.
Yes, let's pause right there, because a lot of us women, we feel like, if I don't do it, who else is gonna do it? If I don't do it, it won't get done. And it's time out for that mentality.
What you mean? If you don't do it for me?
For you, right? For you or the children or whoever else is in the house or whatever, it won't get done. We have to stop that mentality and have actual conversation. And this is what I need help with. This is what will help me in the home, or this is what will help me outside the home, or whatever. Help me. I need your help with this, or just get it all up off of you.
Sarah said, take it back. Sex is a need. sex is not a need, it's a want.
It's a strong burning desire.
Yeah, it's a strong desire, it's not a need. Because if you have to go, away, whether you're in prison, jail, you military deployment, merchant seaman, or whatever, away from the person that's going to give you that sex for a long period of time, you realize you don't need it. Although you may really want it, you don't need it. And for those of you who think gospel music have gone too far, but for those of you who use that as a argument for your woman, I need this.
You better grow up.
You are, you got some growing up to do.
And some women do that too.
And you are abusive because you are manipulating through guilt, manipulating through shame for her to, or
and
him,
fear
and insecurity for them to give you something you want because you don't need it with your ugly self.
Nasty. He talking about you better mail it then. Ooh.
Yeah. So no, you don't need it. Those are my wants. And with that, because those are my wants, and again, those are my wants. And even if it's a need, okay, fine. Let's go with the lie that it's a need. Even if it's a need, it's my need. It's not her need for me.
Right.
And it's she's not obligated to supply my need at all. Even if it's a need, it is mine. And so because of that, I've taken that burden off of her, that pressure off of her, the obligation off of her. And so when I see her trying to be intentional, and it's stressing her, it's like, take a chill pill. Let's just be natural. You know what I mean? Because I'm good. Now I will say that I can say this on this side of growth. You know what I mean? What's up?
Yeah. I have a question.
Go ahead.
So, because my stuff stemmed from childhood, I will ask you a question like, who were you closest to growing up as a child?
Who was I closest to?
Or what parent, I would say, were you felt like you were closest to growing up as a child?
My mom.
And why would you say that?
What is this?
Why do you feel that way? Answer the question.
What do I feel what way?
You were more closer to your mom.
Because she was there.
And how did that make you feel as far as when you were, I guess when you would be with your mom, does it make you felt more relaxed? You felt as if you can have open conversation with her, or, what?
I just felt loved. Loved. I felt heard, loved, seen.
I was asking that question.
And I think in return, but it's probably what I do now. In return, I got you. I got your back.
Yes.
It's the protection mode, and I'm going to make sure I show you my love by being there for you, taking care of you, showing up for you. Go ahead.
I was asking that question because a lot of it's cliches, mama's boys or daddy girls and all that type of stuff. That's cliche-ish. However, I think it has some truths to it, just because you can tell, at least I can tell from learning you and from your interactions with me, with our children, with your parents. I could just tell the interaction, your characteristic traits and just the things that you say and the way that you operate. It's more of it's a mixture. So I feel the protection. I also feel the nurturing. I also feel the domesticated side. With the cleaning or the organization skills, even just with your conversation, you're more a talker. And I think that kind of came from your relationship with your mom and maybe your sister or something like that. So,
yeah, and I was also closer to my sisters. it's 8 of us. I have 2 sisters and 6 boys. But I was always closer to my sisters. My sisters are, the 3 oldest are 2 of my sisters and 1 of my brothers. Everybody else is under them, but I was always close to my sisters.
Okay.
Does that say something to you?
I mean, it's just you're conversationalist, and then most of your, like, when I first met him, most of your friends were female. So all of that just was like, okay, it's not like you were, a player or just, you just like women like that. You just want a lot of women around you. It wasn't that. It was more of a, I noticed that you were a conversationalist, and you were also deep, and you had a lot of deep, thought-provoking questions, or just thoughts that you had, and then, I don't know, just the way that you would connect with different people, it's something that stood out to me.
But I connect, even now, with women. Yeah.
Conversationalist.
Right. If I'm in not deep, but if I can hold a conversation with anybody, but I just connect better with women. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Ashley.
Yeah. So, all right, that's it. What up, Ashley? So tonight was all about learning your partner, because again, the preface is that if you love them, you'll learn them so that you can show up for them.
Yeah.
So that when they are in whatever growth level, maturity level in their life, and they need, or in whatever they need, you're able to show up because you've learned them. You've paid attention to them. You've studied them. And they don't have to tell you everything. They don't have to spoon feed you, I need you to do this, or I want you to do that, or I want you to do this. You've paid attention to what sways them. You've paid attention not to manipulate them,
right,
but to simply show up in love for them at every level of their life, without the judgment, without your selfish needs in there as well.
And so, like the new children say, you can pick up on their energy.
The vibes.
And the vibes. Yeah, all that good stuff. You know your partner. You spend time with them. You talk to them. You listen to what they're saying. And you learn from that. And you figure out, how can I be of substance for this person?
And when you do that, especially when you both do that together,
yeah,
it is a recipe for maturity and growth and maturity for the both of you. You help that person to grow and mature. And the greatest thing that you can give to your marriage is a more mature you. Who's that saying, hey,
Shima.
What up, Shima?
Yes, that is so true. A more mature
I think I seen Nicole. What's up, Nicole?
Hi.
The greatest thing you can give to your partner is a more mature you. Because most of us get into relationships, I don't care how old you are, and this, we got to stop. But this whole lie wherein, you just got to get yourself together and get whole before you get into a relationship, that's hogwash. Because I don't care how whole you have been trying to be and how together you want to be before you get into another relationship. We usually go into relationships immature. Because
everything changes when you get married. I mean, that's just the truth.
And only marriage, which is just period, in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because now, this person that you're in a relationship with now is totally different from the last person. So now you have to rearrange your thoughts, emotions, and mental capacity to figure out how to be one with that person. And so most of us get into relationships and we are freaking immature. And here's the thing. You just got to just accept me the way I am. And which is
refuse to grow.
Exactly what I'm about to say. Which is your refusal to mature. Is your refusal to grow. You got to accept me how I am. I ain't changing for nobody. This is how I am. Love me for me. That is your refusal to mature and to grow.
And that is a recipe for disaster, stagnation. Is that the word?
Yep.
And for you to be alone. Because nobody's going to want to put up with that. And or if you're not alone, you're gonna have a revolving door, because nobody's gonna sit and just say, okay, this is what I'm gonna deal with. Who? Right. Why?
And as soon as you think you know it all, and all of what you think, all of your philosophy and the way to do life is in your head, and your partner should just follow you, the moment you hold on to that thought is the moment you say to them, I don't care anything about you. It's my world or no world. Mm-hmm. And it creates drama, trauma, catastrophe, stress, and that is not what a relationship should be about. All right, y'all share this. Peace. We love y'all. Share. Go on YouTube, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, How to Make Love Work, same thing. If you're on YouTube with us watching now, subscribe, comment, send us an inbox of what y'all want to talk about.
Yes, make sure you do that. Send us an inbox, please. Let us know what you want to talk about. If you have any thoughts, even if you agreed or disagreed with some of our thoughts, let us know.
Dope.
Peace up.
All right, bye.
Down. Love y'all.